Good morning. By this video, we have to see the design of counterfort retaining wall. So before that, two types of retaining wall we have already seen. One is a cantilever retaining wall, another one is a counterfort retaining wall. The cantilever retaining wall designs are already taught. So by this video, I design a counterfort retaining wall with a suitable example. So first scene, a problem. Design a counterfort retaining wall to suit the following data. Height of wall above ground level equal to 6 meter. Shape bearing capacity of soil at site 160 kN per meter cube. Angle of internal friction is 30 degree and density of soil is 16 kN per meter cube. And spacing between the two counterforts is given 3 meter center to center, and take mu is 0.6. Mu is nothing but friction between soil and base of the retaining wall. So use M20 grade of concrete and Fe415 HYSD bars. Also sketch the details of reinforcement in the retaining wall. So this is the problem and all the data are given above. So by these data we have to design a counterfort retaining wall. So the first step is always finding the dimensions of a retaining wall. Okay, wow. So what are the dimensions? Stem wall, heel slab, toe slab and base slab. Total heel plus toe slab is a base slab, and by this way we have to design a counterfort also. So first one we have to design a assess a preliminary dimensions of a retaining wall. So first one, what is the minimum depth of foundation we have to choose. So minimum depth of foundation is nothing but we can find by this formula. This SBC divided by gamma into 1 minus sin pi divided by 1 plus sin pi the whole square. This bracket terms 1 minus sin pi divided by 1 plus sin pi is nothing but a Ka. Okay, wow. So SBC we already given that SBC is a 160 kN per meter cube. So gamma is 16 kN per meter cube given data. So minimum depth of foundation we have to choose is SBC divided by gamma into 1 minus sin pi by 1 plus sin pi the whole square. So put the value SBC 160 and 16 1 minus sin 30 degree. Angle of internal friction is a 30 degree. So we choose 30 degree. So 30 degree divided by 1 plus sin 30 degree the whole square is equal to is value given 1.11 meter. So we assign a better value 1.11 means further we choose the next whole value. So we provide a depth of foundation as 1.2 meter. Okay, so next one is a overall height of the wall. Already we know the wall is constructed to be for retain a 6 meter soil. Okay, wow. To retain a 6 meter soil we have to place the retaining wall. So overall height of the wall is nothing but the what the soil going to retain the soil plus it's a foundation depth. So foundation depth plus soil height is nothing but a total height of structure we have to construct. So 6 plus 1.2 is 7.2 meter is a overall height of the retaining wall. The third one, thickness of the base slab. Thickness of the base slab, so 2LH in centimeter. L and H are a in the meter because it is a not a theoretical formula, empirical formula somebody is assigned for especially for a counterfort retaining wall. So 2L, L is nothing but a distance between two counterforts. So this problem we have to design a spacing of a counterfort is a 3 meter center to center. So we use L is a 3 meter and H is a overall height. So H is 7.2 meter. So 2 into 3 into 7.2 it's all are in centimeter. Its answer is a centimeter but the values given are in meters. So its value 43.2 centimeter given and it is called the thickness of the base slab. Okay, wow. So thickness of the base slab 43.2 centimeter. In other case, in mm we have to say 432 mm. So we assigned a better thickness for 450 mm. Okay, wow. So for the 430 mm we assigned a 450 mm better thickness for the base slab. And retaining walls, in a cantilever retaining walls, the base slab is a h by 10s. We assigned h by 10s like this. By this case, the height of the retaining wall is a much more height compared to a cantilever retaining wall. So h by 10 is, if we take the h by 10 means it gives the 720 mm. So 720 mm is always major great depth. So we not to provide a this much of depth. So we assigned this empirical formula 2LH. Okay, wow. So just find the 2LH is a 450 mm thickness of base slab is assigned. Then base width of the retaining wall is given 0.6H to 0.7H. So in case of cantilever retaining wall it comes around 0.4 to 0.6H. So by this counterfort retaining wall also its height is so higher, so we provide a lesser value. So 0.6H to 0.7H, 0.6 into 7.2 to 0.7 into H is a 7.2 meter. So its value given around 4.32 meter to 5.04 meter. So we assumed the intermediate values between them. So hence we adopt the base width of the counterfort retaining wall is a 4.5 meter. So then next base slab toe projection and heel projections are we need to find. So toe projection is a 1/4 of the base width. It's for the counterfort retaining wall. In case of cantilever retaining wall, its value 0.3 to 0.4H. 0.3 to 0.4B. So this time 1/4 of the base width is designed for a toe projection. So 1/4 of base width already we seen 4.5 meter. So 1/4 of 4.5 meter is nothing but a 1.1 meter. So we have to provide a 1.1 meter as a toe projection. Then thickness of the vertical wall. Vertical wall is nothing but the stem. So thickness of the vertical wall is assumed as a h by 12. Okay, wow. But bending moment is considered. So h by 12 is a preliminary dimension, but also we need to find the bending moment. So from the bending moment we have to design from RC designs D, minimum thickness of slab D. So these steps are followed. So before that we have to find the pressure at the base of the stem. Pressure at the base of the stem means it is the counterfort retaining wall. So this portion is the base of the stem. So we have to find the total pressure at the base of the stem for finding the moment. So pressure at the base of the stem is nothing but a soil pressure is PAH. Pressure, active horizontal earth pressure. That means a PAH. So its value comes Ka gamma H. So see this diagram. This is the zero pressure because of the soil filling. Here we provide a soil filling. Okay, this is a soil filling. Soil filling height is a 6 meter. So by the soil filling it gives the some horizontal pressure. So this pressure triangle varies from 0 to maximum value. Maximum value comes Ka gamma total H. So we need to find the pressure at the base of the stem. So base of the stems we provided that this point. So this value Ka gamma H. Ka means 1 by 3. Already we seen 1 minus sin pi divided by 1 plus sin pi. So its value 1 by 3 or 0.333 into gamma. Gamma is unit weight of soil. It is a 16 and H is a 6.7 meter. Why I am providing 6.75 meter? Its overall height is a 7.2 meter. Okay, but this time we should minus the 0.45 meter of base width. So from 7.2 meter 0.45 meter we neglected, then the remaining value is nothing but a 6.75 meter. So here see 7.2 meter minus 0.45 meter is value 6.75 meter. So we have provided a 6.75 meter here for the height to find the soil pressure. So and this is the detailed diagram for a preliminary dimensions of a stem. So already we know the 6 meter it is a ground level. From ground level we have to find a 1.2 meter as a foundation depth. So from 1.2 meter below the ground level we started the construction. So this is 1.2 meter, then soils need to retain is a 6 meter, so overall depth is a 7.2 meter. Then 6.75 meter is nothing but a height of the stem. Then we already known previous steps. Here depth thickness of the base slab, 450 mm, base width is 4.5 meter and toe projection 1.1 meter. So here thickness of the base slab is 0.45 meter, base width of the base slab is a 4.5 meter and toe projection is a 1.1 meter. It is a toe slab, it is a heel slab, it is a stem. Okay, it is a stem, it is a toe slab, it is a heel. So toe, stem, heel, its width is 4.5 meter, its toe projection is 1.1 meter. So this value 3.18 meter, how it's come I will explain later. Before that we need to find the thickness of the stem. So for finding the thickness of the stem we followed these steps. Okay, next maximum working moment. Maximum working moment is WL square by 12. Why it is called WL square by 12? Because it is cantilever retaining walls works like a slab supported by a two beams. So its a maximum moment comes under WL square by 12 as a positive moment at the middle section. So we designed a WL square by 12. For this value W is nothing but the total load. This is the bottommost point. This point we have find the 35.96 per kilonewton is a total load. By this total load it gives the load, uniform distributor load, like a uniform distributor load for the slab. Slab is nothing but here it is the stem fall. So total moment is 35.96 into L. L means a center to center distance between two counter force, because two counter force act as a beam and the remaining stem is act like a slab. So a slab supported by a two beams means WL square by 12. So center to center distance is nothing but a center to center distance between two counter force. So W 35.96 into L square divided by 12. So its value comes around 27 kilonewton meter. So it is nothing but a moment acting at a base point because of the soil filling. That soil filling is nothing but the direction of this direction. So this is one counter force. Also here we also provide a one more counter force between two these points. The soil process acting like this. Soil process acting like this. So one of the counter force, the stem is here continues through the length. So from that this 3 meter distance apart we have provided here one more another counter force like this. So between this point this wall is acting like a slab. It is acting like a slab, and this portion, these two counter force act like a beam. So we designed for a total load like this. So its bending action happen like this direction. So again that's why we choose the these formulas, because Ka gamma h cube divided by 6 we used only for in a cantilever retaining wall. By this is a very simple, nothing but using a slab formula. Okay, using slab, like a slab, it is 3 meter, so it is just a slab. So we found the 27 kilonewton meter is a moment, working moment at the base. It is for base. For in case of topper portions, we have find the value of this amount of loading, so its value nearly reduced through this section. So we have provided a curtailment. We will provide a curtailment also. So not consider only for this portion only. So ultimate moment is a factored moment. So factored moment is a 1.5 is a factor of safety into 27. So its value is 40.5 kilonewton meter. So by this RC designs, effective depth required for the balanced section is D is mu divided by Qu by B. So D is a minimum depth, effective depth required for the slab section. So mu is a ultimate moment. Then Qu is nothing but a factor which is used for M20 Fe415 steel is a 2.76. It's a derived value. For every time we used for M20 and Fe415, we have to use 2.76. So mu is a 40.5 kilonewton meter. So 40.5 into 10 power 6 for kilonewton to Newton 10 power 3, meter to mm 10 power 3, so 10 power 6. Then B is nothing but a length is here total overall 3 meter, but always we should design for every 1 meter designs. So we provide a unit length 1 meter, so it is a 1000 mm. So here by solving these values, its value given as 120 mm. So it is a 121 mm is a minimum depth required for a slab, nothing but a stem. So we need to provide a more than 121. It is a effective depth also. So we consider overall depth is a 220, 120 to 220, because 220 mm throughout this section. The effective depth is 175 mm. So we consider a 175 mm is a effective depth, and its cover value is a 45 mm. Second, 220 is a overall depth. We just listen 220. So we provide here overall depth is a 220 is nothing but a stem thickness of the stem. So already we seen 4.5 meter is a base width of the base slab, and 1.1 is a toe projection. Here 1.1 plus 220 means 0.22. 1.1 0.22, 4.5 minus this length. This is nothing but a projection of the heel slab. So 4.5 minus 1.1 minus 0.22 is value is 3.180 meter. It is nothing but the heel slab. Okay. So these all are for the finding a preliminary dimensions of the retaining wall. So next step we have, before that we need to found the weights. So this is a W1, W2, W3. Nothing but W1 is a weight of the stem, W2 is nothing but a weight of the base slab, and W3 is nothing but the weight of the soil filled above the heel slab, not beyond the heel slab, only up to this portion. The soils retained on the heel slab, it's also react as a empty weight. So we need to find this also. So next step is step 2, force acting on retaining walls. So what are the forces acting on a retaining wall? what are the force we need to consider before designs? So that's are types of force, then magnitudes of force, and a distance a from in meter, then moment about a kilonewton meter, because this is the counterweight retaining wall. In this case, the soil pressure acting like this direction, and it makes to overturning of this retaining wall. So it makes tilting like this direction. So these are the empty weights, retaining weights are makes like this. So it also makes a opposite moments. So overturning moment and opposite restoring moments. If a restoring moment is a more better, then it will not overturn. For this calculation we design for a forces. So the first one is a moment due to earth pressure. So earth pressure is nothing but this is are the pressures happened by the earth filling. So its value 0 to Ka gamma h. So this triangular portions gives the some forces that is called PAH, and PAH acting at a distance of h by 3. So here moment due to earth pressure is nothing but the total area of this triangular portion. So triangular portion or the total area is half B into H. Half into B is nothing but Ka gamma H. B into H is nothing but overall height 7.2 meter. Here we design use 6.75 meter because 6.75 meter is not only for the stem, and overall depth 7.2 meter is used for total pressure happened on the retaining wall. So here moment due to earth pressure of BH of Ka gamma H 1 by 3 into 16 into 7.2 into H is overall height 7.2 meter. So its value comes around 138.24. its magnitudes in kilonewton. We need to write like this. So distance from A is nothing but a end of toe. It's a point of A. Here by this point the tilting or overturning will happen at the center, as a center. So we already know the moment is nothing but a force into distance, and the total force is 138.24 kilonewton, and it acting a 7.2 divided by 3.